When I was 7 years old, my parents went off to the Air Force Ball and left me with a babysitter along with my two little brothers. The babysitter decided it'd be a great idea to throw the football in the house, which of course to me sounded like an amazing idea. So I was so excited about it. So we're in the living room and she's tossing the football back and forth to me, this little plastic or rubber football. And at one point, I don't know if she threw it too far out of my reach or I was just really clumsy, probably the latter one. But anyway, it bounced off my hand and it hit into a shelf that was on the wall. And on the shelf was an old clay pottery, an old oil lamp. And it fell and it crashed and just broke into a million pieces. My parents came home and saw it, and she obviously was very distraught and apologized for it. And my dad said, it's no big deal, it's just a souvenir, and don't worry about it. I found out later that it was a souvenir, but it was a souvenir of a 1960s archaeological trip to Turkey that he took. And it was worth thousands of dollars. And yet, once the babysitter left, he gathered up the pieces and he threw it away. Because even though it was worth thousands of dollars put together, it was worthless, broken. And I've met many airmen throughout the year that throughout the years that feel exactly like that clay oil pot. They feel worthless because they've been broken. Which brings me to this: kintsugi. Kintsugi is a Japanese art form of taking a broken pot and using gold to put it back together. And by doing that, they're making the pot look even more beautiful and even more precious and even more valuable than before. And I'm convinced that if we're able to take the broken pieces of ourselves and get healing, whether through counseling or through a spiritual experience or religious experience or just through self-reflection, if we're able to be healed, those places that were healed are actually more valuable than they were before. We're able to do more with those things, and we can be more of an influence in the Air Force and outside of the Air Force. But if we haven't had a chance to get healed, if we're still broken, then that brokenness can actually hurt other people. So if you've been healed, I encourage you to use that healing in your Air Force career to care for others. And if you haven't quite gotten healed from those broken places, I encourage you to reach out to one of the helping agencies or even one source. And let us help put you back together.